if we look at how qualifications are assessed, and we could say, does everything need to be fully exam based? Can we equal out more subjects with coursework? Or can we do more assessments over a longer period of time to kind of get a full picture of a person's capability in that subject? So looking to see like what would work for that subject, or whether you can do more just so that it then caters for a wider group of students. Because as we know, not everyone does well under exams and not everyone does well with coursework. So having options and balance for people, I think, is important.
I don't like when teachers almost like force you to speak in front of the class to do your assessment. Like, I know it's part of like having the crowd there to help you do something, but I'd rather just have like, sometimes we do it, it's like 3 or 4 people there, and then you can just say that like people you're comfortable with, and then you can just speak your, I don't know, your presentation, and then you got people there to answer your question, like the questions, or to give questions, and you can answer them, and then you perform better then when there's not like you have all the pressure of everyone, people like laughing and all that.
Having qualifications which are more accessible and inclusive for those with learning difficulties or any neurodiversity. So it's also just making the qualifications suitable. You know, there's different types of things that make the qualifications more accessible so they can deliver their work in a different medium.
I don't understand why they try and trip you out though. Like if they want to like examine you and they want to see like the best of your ability, then why do they have to put us so much like under so much pressure in the exams, which will force us to do like worse the more we are capable of?
How many times you heard people asking, oh, when am I going to use this? But especially in things like coursework, that's the perfect opportunity to provide people with real life experiences and real life scenarios, and trying to get people to remember those and bring them forward beyond their GCSEs. Because I think there's this sort of mentality, but once you've done your GCSE, you forget about it and it's done. You don't worry about it, which is true to an extent, but at the same time, those core skills and knowledge should be applied to all sorts of future careers. I think that people often leave it behind, which I think if we were to restructure how we assess or teach people within qualifications, then they may be more likely to take it forward into their working lives.
More examination over a sort of longer period of time, or coursework, or just more variety in how we're assessed.
Less like memory based, more just some other way.
I've taken some exams in Year 10, which I think should be something looked into more with Qualifications Wales, because it gives learners the opportunity to spread those exams out. So I think that Qualifications Wales need to have a little bit of a look at how schools can spread out the exams, and in a way that allows knowledge that they've learned to be assessed after they've learned it, instead of over the entire 2-year course. I'm all for splitting up the assessments throughout the year and varying the different types of assessment materials and things like that. And on a recent exchange visit to New Zealand, I did ask about the digital assessment, and I did go to the secondary school there, and they said that they've been using digital assessments as well, and they found them really good. The students had choices as opposed to all paper assessments. They had video clips, images and audio clips, and stuff that made it a lot more engaging for the assessments. So yeah, I think it's the way forward and really good work.